안녕하세요. 저는 좋습니다. 감사합니다. Twice's 10th Japanese single, Hare Hare. It's got to be Hare Hare, right? I've heard somebody refer to it as Hare Hare, but I'm like, it can't be Hare Hare because it's Japanese. It's Hare Hare. Like, it's got to be. You know what I mean? But it's their 10th Japanese single is what it says at the top of this here. And so it, I guess, it was released, just a few days ago, right? It was at the beginning of this past week, I think it was. And so I've been waiting to go ahead and give this a listen. What I know so far is that it's a summery type of upbeat sort of song, something that has a real summer vibe to it, which is what most people were anticipating anyway, if not for just the timing of the release, but also for a lot of these great visuals that they were releasing. Some of these some of the concept photos and some of the teasers and stuff that had dropped for it, and Twice is just, man, they're just they keep getting better, right? In all aspects. Like, it's not just the sounds, but in their aesthetics, in personality, just everything, right? Everything just keep getting better and better. But yeah, let's go ahead and check out this latest single. The stuff that I've heard, right? Every time it's a Japanese song or a Japanese single or whatever from Twice, it's always really good. Like, it's really like some of my favorites, you know what I mean? Kura Kura, Donut, like some of these songs are just, they're some of the best. Like, I don't know what it is. I don't know if they just kind of like, say we're gonna just really turn everything up to 11 for every time it's like a Japanese single or something. But they're always really, really good, which is saying something because it's Twice. So
now
Okay, so a very upbeat, right? Like, ooh, man, we're really moving in this track here. It's got a great big huge sound to it, right? Um right away, the thing I sort of gravitate to is that very clean piano sound that comes in big in the pre-chorus section and really carries a lot of the mix through the chorus section as well. The vocal, it's such an upbeat song, right? So it's moving, but there's some incredible licks going on in the vocals here. The rap section in the middle is like really, really fun. What an interesting distribution too for the, like, thinking of song structure, the way that rap section kind of sits, like it really feels like the middle of the song, um, which is, not that it's completely unorthodox in and of itself. It's just the way that this song in particular is kind of structured. It's so we got a little bit of that. It's very dancey, it's very electronic. We have definitely the pad, like the percussion, you've got some 808 and some pad kick sounds, like and then the real sort of, like I always call it, that warm organic sound is coming from the piano, at least as far as the mix goes, right? The instrumental aspect of it. The percussion is also interesting in that it has a lot of its effectiveness in creating space rather than filling it. The use of a clap instead of a snare, like I believe the chorus section kicks off that way, and eventually there's the snare sound comes in, the kick sound comes in, and then there's a bit of a hat sound, but playing like eighth notes, the 1 and 2 and but you can tell that, you get that electronic sort of drum kit sound, right? Especially in the build up to I think it's the build up to the pre-chorus section, but you hear the like it starts to get really fast there. So we know we're dealing with sort of drum machine sound, and but the piano is great. It's really, really awesome. Like it's fun. Like that could be plug-in sound also. But even if you were just to sit down and like play this chord progression out on the piano or on a keyboard or something, it'd be really fun, man. Especially because it's moving so quickly. I do love the pre-chorus also. I love the way that it really, what happens is that the rhythm, like the duration value, the horizontal of the rhythms just really expands and gets larger. It like, it doesn't really slow down, but it feels like a dramatic change, because you're not getting like, really quick 1 and 2 and 20 and a 2 and like, and you get a long sustained notes, and without having really a kick going on, right? When you get that clap sound in for the snare, that it accents your 2 and 4, but you don't really hear any sort of boom, like on the 1 or on the 3. So all of this space opens up in the mix, and like that's kind of what I'm talking about. The effectiveness or the impactfulness of the percussion is really accomplished by dropping out at the right time and creating all of this space, especially for the piano chord progression to begin. It's really, really strong. It's a fantastic chord progression, and the piano sound is so nice. It's so clean. It's super clean. And it becomes like the big sort of central part of the mix there. But it's fantastic, and the vocals are uh, it's probably really fun to perform. It's probably like really fun to sing because of its upbeat tempo. And there's some wonderful like the triplet groups in there. I think it's in the pre-chorus. But yeah, the rhythms are really, really fun. And there's like, as the song goes and progresses, every time the chorus section comes around, especially towards the end, that sort of last to go around the chorus, you have some wild vocal licks that are going on. The sort of, ad libs, the things that are not the main written line there, but you get those little melodic vocal licks that are going on, and it's really, really fun. Okay, let's see. Okay, so you saw right away, see how the percussion established that? It was all boom. And then after that, you just got clap, 2, 4, right? So we had a big bass drop, and then percussion kind of like, okay, we're here, but we're going to sit out for now. And you just get the vocal intro, right? The la 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 la. Two, lolly, 3, 4. Okay, wait a minute. I want to go back to this transition into the pre-chorus section, but the vocals are pretty balanced as far as like the panning of left and right. Any sort of main vocal line that you hear, the way that it's done is it's pretty much centered because you can hear it both in the left and the right ear. However, there might be a case of some harmonization on some of these vocal lines, and one voice is panned right while the other voice is panned left. So it's balanced, but it still is a difference in the sounds, because I'm picking up a lot of like the sort of end of the envelope created by the consonant and vowel syllables kind of in the left more so, and the beginning of that envelope in the right. But I want to count this out and get this transition into the pre-chorus. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. So see how like the chord hits bum bum. It's a whole note duration. It's for the entire 4 count, and then the if you think of like 1, 2, 3, 4, right? The percussion hits become much more spaced out, and it's felt like we were getting every like an accent on every 3, it's creating like a wider sort of rhythm, right? A wider in duration type of rhythm, but that main count is still there, so it just kind of expands on the durational value in our notes in the mix there. So it feels like it has slowed down. It feels like it's in this different space or whatever, but the count, goes straight through. Quick drum machine ramps up. Okay, so you have piano chords. This is the main thing, but there's also pitch percussion, like a timpani or something like that. The wood block kind of. You can hear a ding, dong, ding, dong, ding, and there's also strings in the right. There are some sound more like violins as opposed to violas or something. But they're playing these little staccato hits. Just when outlining the chord, but they're probably playing like the upper third or fifth or something like that. But you have piano, pitch, percussion, and strings that are all in this mix. And it's all very bright, like it's all very, very warm. It's all extremely bright and sunny, like Hare, right? Because that's what it means. It means sunny. It's really fun. It's really fun rhythms there in the rap portion, and then you see how a lot of the mix. It feels like there's more going on at times, but it's not. Certain things are expanding, and it's just these when the percussive hits come in, the way they're just accenting certain beats, and so like it's busiest, I would say, during the chorus section. That's when it feels like there's the most things going on all at once. It's a very, very big chorus. One dollar, $2, $3 for triplet groupings. Drum, super fast, like 30-second notes. You see how, like, okay, so you have all this going on. You have the vocal rhythm that's going on when that pre-chorus comes in. You have the piano that's going on. You have pitch, percussion. You have the strings, beam, bum, and then that last measure, even the piano, like almost everything drops out. Even the piano chords drop out. You just have this riser, like that sort of synth riser sound that's going on as they approach the cadence, right, to go into the actual chorus section. So this does a lot of sort of, like, it is deconstructive a little bit, but it does it in the smart way, in the right way, in the effective way, in the way that is sort of like investing into where you're going to have your contrast occur from section to section. It's again, it's very smart composition, and that's a common attribute among the Japanese singles. Oh, this is really, like, right there at the end of the chorus section, there's an incredible harmonization that's going on in the vocal. It's really nice. You hear this, ooh, like it's the left. You have sort of the main vocal that's going on. It sounds stronger in the right, and there's this harmonization that comes in. It's like a half note or something, but it's right. It's panned left, and it's a little bit lower. It's just a little bit below what the main vocal line is there, and it sounds really, really wonderful, man. It's really awesome. Breakdown. You see how much, like, okay, so it broke down We got a lot of syncopated rhythms in the percussion, some more little vocal lines running here and there, parallel to each other. And then all of a sudden, everything drops out, right? This is what I'm talking about. Everything drops out except for the piano sound and that clap. It's a clap sound, right? In our percussion. It's not even like a snare hit or anything like that. But you got piano, you have the clap, and then you have the vocal. And that's it. That's it. That's the entire mix at this point. Perhaps a little synth bass in there. Percussion ramped up. Oh, that high note is right there. That when it came in, it's I hear it panned right. It's fantastic. It's such a, so what that harmonization was doing that I was talking about, low and left, there's this wonderful peak that occurs, and it's like a counter to that. It's like it's perfect. It's perfectly placed, not just in the pitch, but I mean, as on the other side of that breakdown, going from this low harmonization that was here to this peak, this glorious peak that's going on in the right now is really, really awesome. She sustains, and it goes up. It's like da 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 da. It's wonderful. It's two peaks that occur right there. It's fantastic. Oh, drum fill. The licks, the vocal licks. Really clean finish. Tapered, narrowed back down to a vocal and the piano chord right at the end. Dun, 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 dun. Last measure. That's it. The last 4 beats. Ba, 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 ba. All we had was piano and vocal. It is really fun. It's a really fun song, and it's wow. It's like it's 3:23. It's almost 3.5 minutes, but it's the upbeat tempo, and just the overall the economic structure of it. Like everything is very, very economical in the mix and in the vocal too, and so it doesn't even feel like 3:23. It feels like it's over, like it's just in a couple of minutes, right? It's just like boom. It's just like it all goes by so quickly. But there's some really, really wonderful composition going on here. It's very smart, very smart. Just the way that it builds up, right, in the composition, in the mix, the way different elements are used. You get little instrumental hits in there that are like, there's a little flute flourish in the first verse, as well as a couple of other things here and there, but they're very light accenting sort of embellishments, and it's like it sticks to what it does. Overall, I'm talking about the mix, and it just does it in an incredibly smart way. It like this song does it, it's like do the best you can with what you have. You know what I mean? Like it's like they're getting a lot of value out of every single part of the song, everything in the mix and everything in the vocals too. There's some fantastic stuff going on in the vocals. Really, it's you have to, because it's moving so fast. Like you gotta listen, but you'll hear it for sure. You'll hear these wonderful harmonizations and these incredible licks that are going on in the vocals. It's really, really fantastic, man. It's it's just super it's super fast, right? Like it's so upbeat. It's like, whoa, okay, it's moving, um but it is a bright, fun, type of summer song. It definitely, it's one that, it's the kind of song that like everybody can dance around to, even if you don't know how to dance. You can still kind of just like move around to this, and it'll work. It'll be all right. So everybody can enjoy it and have fun together. But it captures all of that too. It's very, very upbeat, but there's some super smart composition going on here, and some really, really wonderful vocal work. It's like I said, it's Twice, so the bar is already pretty high. But for some reason, I mean, every time it's a Japanese song, you can expect it to be like really, really good. They stand out even among the wider body of work across the discography and things like that. Like these Japanese singles always seem to in some way, and it doesn't have anything to do with the upbeat tempo, because like I said, even songs, even like Donut, you know what I mean? Like that's one of my favorite songs, and it doesn't have this kind of tempo or feel at all. It doesn't matter what it is. Just every time that they release one of these singles, they're really, really good, man. That's just, I don't know if they get in touch with certain producers or musicians or composers or whatever. They're like, oh, it's time for another Japanese single. All right, let's do this. And that sort of like really, really awesome team just sort of assembles around it, or something like that. You know what I mean? But every time it's incredibly fun. It's incredibly entertaining. There's always just something special about it. Like there's something about them that makes them stand out. And I did see one post. I didn't listen to it, but the way that the post was commented or captioned or whatever, was indicating that Twice was already playing this song at the concert in Japan. So they've already got this one, like they've already performed it there. And so I was like, oh, okay, wow. I don't know if we'll get a music video for it or not. I think there's a chance, reasonably, that there might not be, because they're just so busy, right? Like how are you gonna have time? You know what I mean? Like maybe they'll release it later, but the tour's gonna be going on for a while. It's possible. It's Twice. They do things that seem like they shouldn't be possible, but they just do it. Like they just make it happen. So I don't know, but it would be fun. It'd be interesting to see what the concept is for it. But Hare Hare is another very fun song. It definitely has a bright summer type of feel to it, summer type of vibe. It's a fantastically clean mix and composition. It's incredibly clean. Like for as upbeat and as busy as it is at certain times, it's incredibly clean, and that's because it's actually being very economical with its entire structure, with its beat, with its specific note durations, with its rhythm patterns, with the harmonizations. And it's a very, very smart use of the space that's there. It expands to create space. It contracts to sort of fill space. and it keeps a wonderful sort of color palette going. Like it stays well within this color palette, but it really shines through all the different tones that are there, and it's very, very fun. It's very fun. Oh, I get so I get so excited as the concert approaches. Like I just, man, because I'm gonna be there soon, like really, really soon is the thing. It's still a little ways away, but the weeks in between now and then are going to, like, they're just gonna tick by and tick by. Just these days are gonna fly, and before I even know it, I'm like, and I'm seeing all this posts from the concert and everything, and I'm just like, oh, dude, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be like in the crowd. I'm still like, trying to come to grips. I'm not gonna be able to. Not till I'm there. When I'm there, I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm here. I'm actually here. But coming, I see like all the things that are posted, and I'm just like, oh man, and just the idea that like I'll be present at one of these concerts to actually hear them and see them, and like they're gonna be there, and they're gonna be close at times too, and so it's gonna be a lot of fun, and I do get very excited still, looking forward to it so much. And so we probably won't be able to hear Hare Hare in the States because of the distribution thing, but it's no, I'm not complaining about it or anything. That's fine. It's the J1s are lucky because these Japanese singles and when they release things, it's always a great quality. Like it's very, very high quality stuff. And so this is another one. Twice, Hare Hare. Man, it's fun. It's just fun, right? When your favorite group does something, it's just fun, and it doesn't matter what it is. Everything about it is just fantastic.